see me anyway.
It says live now. What happens when you click it?
Just put it against this. Let it lean on this.
No, it's not live.
Sit tight, Dave.
Sorry for everyone on Facebook right now. We've got 11 waiting right now on Facebook.
I never went live before. I don't know what they're doing. They could just watch it from the thing anyway.
Oh, I see.
If you guys are tuned in on the Facebook, just sit tight. We're working on getting the other feeds up right now. Dave is also looking very handsome in his red hat, so just sit tight.
My mirror?
A
All right, refresh YouTube. I think it's good now.
Just lost 4 minutes. Good airtime.
Literally turned it on 10 minutes early, so this wouldn't happen. That's it right there. Live now. Click it. All right, abandon YouTube. Let's go. Full Facebook.
All right. So once again, we appreciate everyone being patient while we work through this. Once again, my man Dave DQ, he gave a really extensive list of things he's involved in. But what we're here to talk about, I think, primarily is your sauce company. So when did you start making your first own sauces?
Probably like 8 or 9 years ago. But my mom invented it when I was 5 years old.
So you took mom's recipe, and now you put it into. Hold it up a little bit higher so we can see it. Put them into cans, and what can people use them for?
Anything. You can literally put it on any meat, any vegetable, whatever. Burgers, hot dogs, anything.
Confirmed.
People put it on shark, venison, anything. I've
And
heard crazy stories of what people have used it on.
And it's delicious every time.
Food-wise, anyway.
Yeah, it's really good. And the big news that we wanted to kind of unveil to everyone that's watching tonight is you just launched a brand new e-commerce website, right? What's it called?
It's www.mrqbbq.com. So finally, after all these years, you can finally order this online.
That's awesome, man. And I'm sure it's been a journey trying to get, a website stood up, not only during these times, but, venturing into e-commerce. And I guess you've been getting some orders. I saw some posts on your Facebook and stuff and your Instagram.
Yeah, definitely all the support, all the regulars have been really good at supporting me through everything, always. So a bunch of them bought a bunch of jars, so it's great.
Yeah, that's killer, man. So Chris has the website up there right now. DQ, it's right below your name, Mr. QBBQ, and we're super excited to support you. Longtime fans. I've been eating the Q sauce for quite some time, and then you also do the skewers, right? You do some catering stuff and events.
We sell it to bars, food vendors. We sell it off my food truck and backyard parties, events, anything. Or people who just want to eat it just for themselves, for meal prep, even.
No, it's killer. And Q, we have it here over in the parlor in the studio I'm looking at right now. So you have the garlicky sweet is the one that you are selling right now. That's the flavor?
Yeah.
And do you have some other ones in the works or what else?
So I had a spicy one, but it didn't sell as well as this one.
Okay.
And production is really expensive to do each production. So I focused more on this one, but I'm actually reinventing the spicy version right now, and that'll definitely be ready by summer.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And we're excited to try it out. We cook literally, we're running short because we're cooking with that every single night or something's getting marinated in it. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. So yeah, make sure everyone, you go check out DQ's, Mr. Q's Barbecue. I call him DQ. So your name is Dave. What's your last name?
Quisumbing?
That's close. Quisumbing.
Right. So that's where the DQ thing came from.
Nobody even knows my name is Dave. That's funny. No one's ever gonna say my last name.
Well, the people know now. It's public knowledge. So so you got you're doing the sauce. That's awesome. And then obviously you know, a lot of people that are tuned in know you as DQ the bartender, but you have a long-standing bartending career. So why don't you tell us about like where did you first bartend? How'd you kind of get into it and where you are now?
Well, a long time ago, I actually used to work at Cheesecake Factory. I mean, I've worked at a bunch of places being a server, and then at Cheesecake Factory when I was a server there, bartenders used to come in and tell me how much they made doing their bartending job. So I'm like, shit, why don't I bartend?
Yep.
Excuse me. But then, so then I got into bartending, and I actually started at it's this bar probably not too many of my regulars have heard of, but it's called Gabriel's. It's in South Plainfield, and I also started at Park East, and that's more where I actually got a lot. Started getting my following was from Park East, and then a buddy of mine who's still an owner at Green Rock, he also gave me a guest spot at Green Rock. This was years ago.
Yeah.
So then I was working at Park East and then Green Rock, and then I didn't even work at that other place anymore because it wasn't even worth it. And then one day I wanted to do a summer job. I wanted to bartend like somewhere fun in the summer.
Yep.
Because Park East slowed down in the winter. I mean in the summer. So my buddy Jay Starr, he worked at Watermark, and he was like, "Go apply to this place across the street." And I had never heard of it at the time. It was in Asbury, and I was like, "Bro, I've never heard of this place before." And he was like, "Oh, go check it out. It gets pretty busy." Sure enough, it was Porta, and I applied there. And since then, I've never looked back because that is home.
The rest is history, man. No, that's killer.
And from there, Tony brought me into Bar A a few years after that. And then starting this year, I became part owner of Green Rock also. So, and I still work there, which is awesome because everyone there is like family to me anyway. So
that's amazing, man. So like on a regular, like there's a bit of an overlap, right? Sometimes like towards the end of the summer where you're working, you would be like Green Rock Sunday, Bar A Tuesday.
No, Green Rock's primarily just football.
Just football.
Yeah.
Got it.
Bar A is primarily summer, and then Porta is year round.
Right. That's awesome. So people can find you in football season at Green Rock on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
In the summer, Tuesdays, Bar A, beat the clock.
And Sundays.
And you do both. So okay, so your summer schedule is Bar A Sundays
and Tuesdays.
Porta Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
Got it. It's a killer lineup, man.
Well, and hopefully, and then also a sushi lounge on Wednesdays. Hopefully, we'll see.
That'd be great too. Sushi Lounge is up in Toadwood, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So like, a lot of people in the industry like look up to you, DQ, because you do a great job of branding. And for example, look at the hat.
I don't know about that.
Tilt your hat down a little bit. Go ahead. Let the people see.
Want to see what?
No, your hat. See the
hat, the brand.
Yeah, we want to see the brand.
The DQ's bar logo. That is an
Look at
infamous
this mop.
logo.
I need a haircut.
Dude, same. I'm
Quarantine.
I'm dying, man. But back to like your branding techniques. I mean, when people go to your bar, not only are you serving drinks, but you're serving up an experience. Do you have any of the signs?
No, but I have a straw. Saving the turtles. I don't know if you can see it. It says DQ's bar in there somewhere. It's engraved.
Oh, I see it.
But instead of like throwing away plastic straws, we could use this over and over again, and then save the turtles. So
yeah,
cool idea.
There was like this one time where I like went to use a metal straw while drunk, and it just went right into my gums. Oh my God. I just started bleeding, and everything just hurt after that. So
well, hopefully no one's done that with my straws.
Although I love the idea, I'm deathly afraid of them while not sober.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So, well, just back to your experience, man. Like, I mean, if you go check out DQ's Instagram, you can kind of see like the party that he brings wherever he goes, man. Like, and I know you're smiling and you're a humble dude, one of the nicest guys I know, but it's important for people to know, like, you work really hard at making sure that the customers have a good time and it's memorable. And at the end of the day, when people are posting pictures, there's a DQ hat, a DQ shirt, a sticker, a straw, a sign. I mean, the branding is everywhere.
That's awesome. Like the regulars are really, like I love all of them because they're really supportive and they always rep me, they always tag me, they always show me love. It's great feeling. And any advice I ever give any bartender when they ask me like how can I be better or like what should I do, I always say people come first, money follows. Don't worry about what people tip you. Just put a smile on someone's face, give them a reason to come back, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, it's killer, man. And I'm fortunate to be right there, Chris and I, alongside you on those Fridays and Saturdays at Porta, watching you give out that experience. So, it's a thing.
Love you guys. You guys are the best.
DQ's bar is
the rabbit head.
Oh, the panda?
Well, we brought back the panda the other night.
Or whatever, everything.
The rabbit head was fun when I fed everyone carrots at the club.
Memories, man.
That was great.
Someone remind me to pull out those pictures. That was an interesting time. That was like 2018, man. Look at you.
That was a good year.
It was a great year. It was a great
year. Really good
Any year we were open was a good year.
Yeah, right. No, that's killer, man. And so the I Love Mr. Q's T-shirt, where did that come from? Is that for the meat stick stuff?
Barbecue.
That's for barbecue.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, make sure for everyone that's just tuning in right now, if you're on either the Facebook or the Instagram, DQ's site is down below on his below his picture, and he just launched a brand new e-commerce site. You can go pick up his signature garlic sauce, now shipping directly from the website. So
Mom invented
garlicky sweet.
Garlicky sweet. You can put this shit on anything, I swear. Marinating burgers, chicken, shrimp.
I think I dipped a strawberry in it the other day.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Oh boy, now you're getting kinky.
Hey man, anything to support DQ, So, all right. So you got this bartending thing going on, but a lot of people also know you for your fitness and your CrossFit world. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I know you compete, you're involved, you travel to a lot of gyms.
I haven't competed in a while because I've been so busy, but I used to be a fat kid. I used to be like 70 pounds heavier. I was at probably like 230, 235 at my heaviest.
Wow.
And I'm only 5'9", so it's not really an ideal weight for me.
Right.
But now I'm about $180. So, but no, I always loved working out. I just never ate right. And then in college, I majored in exercise science, so I started learning about nutrition.
Yep.
So pairing working out with eating right, I mean, 90% of it is mostly diet, and that's what struggles for a lot of people. But when I started learning to eat right and combined with working out all the time, then that's when I started to lose weight. Oh, actually, that's when I actually also starting to take MMA. That also helped.
That's kind of cool. And so in college, when did you start the CrossFit stuff exactly?
Well, I used to take MMA before CrossFit. CrossFit,
Okay.
I probably started like 4 or 5 years ago. And then before that, I took like MMA. And before that, I always worked out, like doing supersets. So it was always like HIIT training, like always high intensity, like good sweat. But I used to eat 20 pieces of chicken nuggets and was like, oh, this is fine. I'm eating chicken. But that was all before I majored in exercise science. I started learning.
Yeah, for sure, man. But you take the CrossFit stuff pretty seriously. I mean, I know, like I said, you're a humble guy, but I see you doing upside down push-ups and 400 pull-ups and all that crazy shit. So talk a little bit about it.
I legit love it. Like some people view working out as a chore, and for me, it's like I look forward to it every day. Like our workouts are posted 8 p.m. the night before, and 8:01 I'm looking at to see what it is because I just love working out. And then even on vacations, I will find a CrossFit gym anywhere in the world whenever I travel because I love traveling, and God bless, the whole world competes in CrossFit, so there is literally pretty much a gym in every single country. Pretty much every country I've gone to.
And it's like kind of like a universal thing where you can go walk into another CrossFit place and they generally have the stuff you need.
Yeah, because the movements are all the same stuff throughout the gym. And even when they do the open, which is like a workout that the whole world does, it has to be the same workout. So everyone knows the same language. So.
That's cool. That's pretty cool, man. I've done CrossFit.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I did it a couple times. I went to CrossFit in Freehold. Shout out to Nick who runs that over there. High school
Nick's
buddy.
a good dude, but I also have to shout out CrossFit Shrewsbury because that is my home gym.
That's
love
home gym.
there.
CrossFit Shrewsbury, been there. What is your so of all the different movements and stuff? Are you like one of them that you're really good at, or one that you like the best? Like,
probably handstand push-ups.
That's like your thing, right?
Yeah. It's the only thing that I'm better than Corey Lunny at. That's right, Corey. If you're watching, it's the only thing I got you on. Everything else will kick my ass in.
What about napkin throwing? Is that part of CrossFit?
It's a good warm-up, yeah. And there's definitely etiquette and technique to it that people don't understand. And
yeah,
whenever we reopen, I'll start teaching classes for that.
I think we should do it, and I really think you're probably the best at it.
Here, I'm going to give
There is a technique to it. People don't understand.
No, they
do. Timing to it.
I see them like throw them at the wall, and I'm like, guys, it doesn't work like that. I see them throw the whole stack, and the stack just stays stuck together, and I'm like, you did it wrong. They just don't get it.
I'm going to give you my
Nothing beats when Joe Pagnotta didn't open the stack of napkins and just chucked it, and it hit some dude in the head, like the whole brick.
It was a bundle. Yeah,
it was still wrapped in plastic.
And then he walks up to him. He's like, "Can I have those back?" And he's
legend. The guy's a legend in the club.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh man, a lot of good memories with that stuff, man. That's awesome. Yeah, the napkins thing. If you've never seen napkins thrown, go visit DQ's Instagram profile, and you could see lots of pictures of napkins.
They're recyclable. I am for the environment.
I love that. Do you have an estimate of how many you buy per weekend?
8,000, I think.
Whoa.
8,000.
I'm not even the one who throws them all. It's all the regulars that throw them. It's not just me.
Yeah.
So it's like
I literally buy them for everyone else, not for like me.
So it's like buy one drink
to have a good time.
Buy one drink, get some napkins for free.
Exactly.
And
Johnny Max's Pizza, we give napkins.
And throw them.
Johnny. Well, at least it keeps the floor dry at the end of the night.
It helps, man. It really helps. So once again, if you guys are just tuning in on the Facebook, make sure you guys go check out DQ's brand new website, MrQBBQ.com. It's on the site right now. The whole team, everyone that's logged in right now on the YouTube, on the Facebook, the Twitch, all the pages, go check out his site. Go support Q. He's launching.
Go subscribe to this also if you're on YouTube.
Yes, subscribe.
Thank you, DQ. You remembered. The best way.
Subscribe.
You're the man, bro. The best way to support us right now is if you head over to the YouTube. If you're on the Facebook, go to youtube.com/ClassKills and hit the subscribe button. And that's the best way to support us right now is just knowing when we're putting out new content. And we have awesome guests like Mr. DQ, Dave DQ, whatever you want to be called. One of my closest friends and longtime coworkers. I can't thank you enough for coming on, and we're just excited to be able to let the people know and kind of promote some of the new stuff you got going on.
Yeah, and we're giving away a sauce when we reach how many subscribers?
That's right. So, what we're gonna do is this: for the next 24 hours, everyone that's on the subscribe list, we are gonna pick one winner, and we are going to send them on behalf of Parlor Talk and Mr. Q Sauce. A package of DQ's garlicky sweet marinade, brand new stuff. So once again, you want to put that in the chat? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So everyone that's watching right now, make sure you go subscribe because before tomorrow's at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, we're gonna pick and reveal the winner. But we're giving away a bunch of sample sauces.
Wednesday's episode.
Well, they're actually full size. They're full size. How many ounces are these? 12 ounces.
A lot, and
ounces.
This makes this one container. You could do what, 2 or 3 pounds of meat with this one.
Well, you need a quarter cup per pound. You could do a lot more than that.
Yeah, so it's very strong.
I've been using like a cup per pound.
Yeah, you don't drink it. You need to use just a little bit, and then when you're done, you follow the directions on the back. And what I did, and I think I'm going to make a TikTok doing this next time we make it. Instead of using lemon lime flavored soda, I used White Claw, lime White Claw.
That was awesome,
and it came out delicious.
Legendary.
I highly recommend anyone who is looking to substitute do the White Claw, but make sure you cook it down because you got to cook your liquor down or it makes sauces taste terrible. So you got to simmer it for about 5 minutes after you add it in there, and it came out bomb.
So that's it. Everyone that's watching right now, you got 24 hours to go subscribe to our channel, and we're going to send you a bunch of DQ sauce on behalf of Parlor Talk and Mr. Q's BBQ, brand new website. This shit is crack. I put it on everything, and Dave, man, you knocked it out of the park with this. We're looking forward to some new and different flavors, but this is like the OG stuff right here. Get your hands on it. Make sure you guys go subscribe, and you can share it with anyone. So, like I said, in the next 24 hours, everyone that is subscribing to our channel, we're going to pick from our subscribers to get that free package, and we're going to mail it out this week. So we appreciate everyone's support. Mr. DQ, you are the man. Thank you so much for coming on tonight to Parlor Talk. Welcome, my friend.
I want to show you something real quick.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Do you have napkins?
Keep your shirt on.
Yeah.
Tell Jim to put his shirt on, too.
I wish we could play calling right now and you could throw napkins, but we'll probably get a takedown notice. So.
Yeah, there's something I'm working on.
Oh, show me.
Oh, okay, here we go. Let's go. Hey, Big Jim, why don't you hold the laptop for him?
Wait, fuck.
I'm going to start crying. Stop.
You know what that is?
Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
I'm going to start crying.
You should.
At the end of this quarantine, I'm gonna have that fully played.
You got this one memorized? It almost sounds like
By the end of this quarantine.
Are you sure you don't need credit on that edit that Olive Oil and Dean Anthony made? Because it sounds awfully familiar, if you ask me.
No, that is all them, and they are awesome.
Yeah, no, they're great. That was
all right. That's all I got.
Great edit. That's all you got. All right, and now we'll throw some. Since everyone in the world is short on napkins, toilet paper, paper towels, we're not going to waste them right now. We're going to throw a simulated napkin toss in 3, 2, and that's how you do it.
And good form there, DQ. Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for coming on the Parlor Talk. You are the man, and congratulations on the launch of the new product. We're here to support you, and I know everyone that's tuned in is going to support you too, man. So,
love you guys.
Mr. Q, Mr. Q's crack sauce. Love it, bro. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance. You have 24 hours to subscribe to our channel. You can share it with a friend. You can share it with every single person, your aunt, cousin, uncle, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, second cousin, your friend, your neighbor. All right, I don't care who it is. Share the link. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're giving away a bunch. I don't know how many. It's going to be more than one, but less than 10 containers of DQ sauce. And it's going to be for free. So anyone that is watching right now, just share it with someone that you know, and everyone will get entered into a chance based on who subscribed to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ClassKills. I'm giving away some free DQ's crack sauce.
Crack sauce.
For fucking free, man. All you got to do is sign up. Share the link. Chris is going to dump it in the chats right now.
Already did.
Perfect. So everyone go sign up. We appreciate it. DQ, my man, be safe. We love you. And
thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Love you guys.
Love you too, Q. We'll be back in about 1 minute.
Yep. We're going to take
Brian Loveliner.
Mr. Loveliner.
We're never going home.
Ever.
We're never leaving home.
Ever. That's what it feels like.
We'll be right back.
Pretty true right now.
Q, be good. Q, be good, bro. Catch you in a few. Can you hear me?
Check, check. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Parlor Talk. We are now live with Brian LeBliner. We're never going home, a.k.a. we are never leaving home. What's going on, brother?
It sucks, man.
No, it's all good. This is a positive, man. We are so excited to have you on the show today. I see a lot of great stuff on the socials and the Instagram and the Facebook and all the marketing stuff. So it's fantastic to have you on, and we're just excited to kind of talk about it, man. So we're going to talk about the hat in a minute, but for people that don't know Brian LeBliner, why don't you just give us the quick 1 minute, who you are, what you do, what you're about.
All right. So, all right, we'll get to We're Never Going Home in a little bit, but I started, my first gig was actually as a DJ was, I want to say I'm 36. So yeah, it was about 15 years ago at, not many people are going to remember this, but the Junkyard in Rochelle Park. Lightspeed used to play on Wednesday nights.
Wow.
And they had a DJ in between the band sets. And one night I was like, guys, you got to give me a shot. Let me DJ. And a couple weeks later, I used to go every Wednesday. And a couple weeks later, the DJ called out. I get a phone call. He's like, hey, Brian, we need a DJ for tonight. I know it's last minute, but can you cover? I played that night. They're like, you're on every Wednesday you're like our new Wednesday night guy. And that was my first club gig going from private events. And then it moved on to Hoboken. And then it just, I was in Hoboken probably. My first Hoboken gig was the Shannon. And then it just kind of went from there. And at one point, once We're Never Going Home started, kind of took a life of its own.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm just enjoying the ride at this point.
Dude, that's killer. And I know you briefly mentioned the private event stuff. So are you primarily a wedding guy, or are you more nightclub, nightlife? What's your portfolio more like? I
mean, my business, like my main income is from, my entertainment company, White Isle Events.
Right.
I would say it's probably like 60-40 private events but I mean, 2 years ago it was like 80-20. So it's just been growing and growing and growing. So
that's fantastic, man.
Balance. One thing I tell everybody, man, it is not easy to balance. Like We're Never Going Home where I'm throwing these parties where like girls are in pasties and I'm wearing all these crazy costumes to like going and doing a wedding in a tuxedo. Yeah. It's very hard not to cross those two paths.
Right.
Definitely want to keep them separate because I don't want a client who has me doing their wedding to see me doing what I'm doing on Groove Cruise.
Yeah, no, that's interesting, and we're gonna dive into all that. We're super excited to talk about it too. But I feel you like I'm in the same position when it comes to doing the nightlife and the wedding piece. So I feel you with my outward branding on my Instagram is very nightlife, club driven, and then sometimes people find me through there, right? And they go, oh, right. Well, are you gonna, they ask about the music and they're like, can you do a wedding? And, so you gotta go down that path. But I love the fact that you do both, and multiple streams of income are the way to go, man, because if the clubs aren't busy, there's always private events to do. If the privates aren't good, you can always pick up a bar shift and, and then you spun up obviously the new business, which we're going to get to in a minute, man. But that's cool. So if for people that don't know you, how would you describe your DJing style, like musically?
It's tough. Like I love to let my heart, like, if I go out, I love techno, like techno, tech house is my stuff. But from what I've played over the years, people kind of, which is kind of tough. It's like they expect one thing out of me and they expect like that party rage music, vocals and remixes and stuff like that. So when I play, that's mainly what I do. I wouldn't say EDM, it's more house.
Yep.
Tech house with vocals. Cause I love to, I love to party. I love to rage, and I want to be feeling what the crowd is feeling. And if the crowd's going and if the crowd's singing along, like that's, like any DJ, that's just what I feed off of. And that's what really sets me off and gets me going.
No, that's cool, man. And I know like recently you've been doing some pretty big shows. I know you were like on Batagua Brunch. I've seen you at Green Rock. What are some other spots that you're playing recently?
Well, we do the monthly We're Never Going Home party at Vinyl in the City, which has been great. We've had some really big acts come in recently. We've had Lizzie Curious, Tommy Sunshine, Scotty Boy,
dope.
Anthony Atala played our winter party, which was great. Groove Cruise is always a big thing. Groove Island was huge in October. You know, the summer, hopefully, knock on wood, we have a summer. There'll be a monthly We're Never Going Home party at the Headliner.
Yep.
Which, I've never played at the Headliner, and then last year it was huge. I opened up for two friends, Sam Felt and Dada Life, which were three like massive shows.
Yeah, of course, man. Those are good. Those are killer, and they're putting on some mega talent there too. So, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the "We're Never Going Home" hat that you're wearing and the brand. So, you spun up like a party series based around this name, right?
Yep.
That's awesome. And so, is it tour like a show, or is it more just like an event theme that you guys do? Like maybe like explain it to someone if they've never heard of it before.
So it was more when I first started it, more of just like it was almost, I don't want to say lifestyle, but it's like, you know, for the people that want to go out and party and, you know, happen to miss a flight home from Miami or a flight home from Ibiza and just literally don't want to ever leave the party, which is not easy for everyone to do, having work and things like that. But for a lot of people, it just became like, it became a thing. And it actually started in 2012 in Ibiza, and brought it back here. And people kept telling me, oh, you know, you should do parties, you should trademark it, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm like, whatever, you know, it's just fun. It was like a fun thing.
Yeah.
And one day I decided, I'm like, you know, maybe I really should try to make something out of this. And I talked to a friend of mine who's a lawyer, and she's like, we could trademark it. We could really get it going. And once I trademarked it, I kind of started taking it seriously because I saw it catching on. I'm like, wow, this could really be like a thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, we started throwing smaller parties. And then I'd have to say the biggest party that I threw was I think it was 2017 in the atrium on the Groove Cruise. Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it started, you know, people, you know, for anyone who's ever been on a cruise, you know, there's a big atrium area.
Yep.
And, you know, it started off with maybe like 100 people and then slowly kept building and building and building. Next thing you know, the atrium's full. You look up the next deck, people are standing up on the stairs looking down, then up. And it was 5 levels up of just people looking down. And I look up, and I'll never forget, Scotty Boy came over to me and he put his arm around me. He's like, take your hands off the decks, take your headphones off. I was like, okay. Like there was a song playing. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what am I going to do next?
Yeah.
What's going on? He's like, stop thinking, relax. He goes, look up, because there's one time that this happens, and it's right now. And I look up, and I'm like, I look around, I'm like, holy shit. Like you know, like sometimes you don't stop to like see what's really happening. And I'm like, Jesus, there's hundreds of people. I mean, just everywhere. People on the stairs, people on the balcony, people right in front of me, people on stages, everywhere you look just to see people. And that's when I was like, we're never going home is a thing. And we had 4 foot by 8 foot signs of each word. So it was giant, we're never going homes in the crowd, and everybody was holding them up, passing them around. And from there, that was like really where it kind of made the mark.
That's so awesome. So for those of us who have not been on one of these festival style cruises, how would you say that dynamic is? Like, because there's a lot of different parties going on at the same time, different places in the ship. So are you kind of like competing with these other DJs that are in other areas of the ship at the same time?
It's very difficult. So it could be very difficult if you have like a prime time spot. Say you're playing, you know, at anywhere from like 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay.
You're pretty much guaranteed that there's a pretty big name on the boat that you're competing with. And you know, the ship always changes, but I mean, there's consistently 4 to 5, maybe more parties that you're going up against.
Yeah.
So it's really tough. They're really good about the programming. Like they try to keep, you know, like one trance party going on, one house party going on, one EDM party at all times. So they're very, very methodical with their programming on when things are happening.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But at the same time, like during my party, Marcus Schultz was playing in the theater. I'm like, fuck, how am I going to, you know, like, how do you go up against Marcus Schultz?
Yeah.
But it's just, it's, you know, it's something that you have to do. And you just, you know, I was on Groove Cruise 7 times before I started DJing. So I built, I don't want to say a following. I just became friends with everybody.
Right.
Which is good. And you know, the first time I DJ'd, a lot of people were like, you know, we just know Brian as the guy that like is always at every party, jumping up and down, wearing all these crazy costumes. Can he even play music? Like nobody really knew.
Yeah.
Because these people are from all around the world. You know, they've never seen me in Hoboken or anywhere else. So it's like all of a sudden they're like, oh wow, he's like, you know, he's a friend of ours, and now he can play music. Like, where did this come from? So it's kind of cool that you know, it's like fans are friends and friends are fans, and it's tough with the competing thing, but you know, you kind of build a friendship and a loyalty among all the people. And another thing too is going for so long, you kind of, I can't walk more than 5 steps without like hugging somebody or high-fiving somebody, because I've been going for so long and there's so many people that come back year after year.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
you know, at this point, I feel like I pretty much know, like out of the 2,500 people, like 2,000 of them, which is crazy. But
That's nuts.
you know, every year it's like a big reunion for all of us getting back on the boat.
That's really cool. So, Brian, tell me a little bit what was your journey like going from, you know, being a guest on the cruise to actually being one of the guys who's providing the talent and the entertainment for
an
the
artist and an event promoter?
It's still a lot of fun, but I mean, even now, like I still get super nervous. It's because, you know, I threw that one awesome party, and now it's like you have to live up to that expectation.
Yeah.
People expect that all the time. It's like you can't give a lackluster performance. You have to go in guns blazing. And my party, you know, they did it so the cruise is generally from like Thursday afternoon to Monday morning at like 8 a.m. we get back. So my party is always Sunday night going into the last night. So it's like the kickoff of the last night, which is awesome because it gets everyone fired up. They're like, yeah, the last night, let's go. We're never going home, and then party until 8 in the morning when we get off the boat. But here I am running the party. I haven't slept in 3 days.
Yeah.
I've been drinking tequila nonstop. I'm like, shit, I got to get it together. So it's, you know, you have to kind of keep in the back of your head, like, this is so much fun, but at the same time, you're working, you know, you have to make sure all the DJs are there, make sure everybody's staying on time, everybody's where they need to be. Like this year we did, the theme of the party was, it's everybody's birthday. It was a birthday party for the whole ship, which great concept. I mean, it was so much fun. Everybody came in like birthday hats and like kazoos and all this stuff, but we brought out a cake. We wanted to do like all these special different things. And I'm the kind of point person for all of that. So it's like, I have to make sure the cake's there. You have to make sure this is there. This person's where they need to be. This DJ's on time. And I also have to play.
Oh, man.
So do you play as Brian Lubliner, or do you just play as We're Never Going Home?
I play as Brian Lubliner.
So you put yourself on the bill as that.
I put myself on the bill. Yeah, I'm trying to make it, which is another tough thing, is kind of separating yourself from the brand.
Yeah.
So like when I play at Headliner, I'm playing as myself.
Yep.
But then when I throw these parties in the city, it's like We're Never Going Home, and I'm just a little name on the bill. Like, I don't want the party to be about me. I want it to be about the party. I want it to be about the experience. You know, the parties in the city, everybody thinks we just show up and throw this awesome party. I'm there 3 hours before with, 2 electrical pumps blowing up inflatable dinosaurs and bananas and clicking all the blinky rings and making all these things happen. But people come in like, oh my God, this is so awesome. And, inflatables are falling from the rafters and everyone's having a great time. And I'm like, it's cool to watch it all, but it's so much work. And a lot of people don't see how much really goes into it. But again, I don't want that party to be about me. I want it to be like, wow, we're going to this We're Never Going Home party. It doesn't even matter who the DJs are. The music's going to be great, and there's going to be inflatables, and it's going to be a great crowd of people.
Right.
And I've had a lot of people come to the party that don't know my friends, have never been on Groove Cruise,
right,
that I've met randomly out and are just like, oh, we saw your social media. We decided to come to this party, and it's such a good vibe, and everyone's like hugging and high-fiving. And that's what I wanted to create. And the reason I picked vinyl is it was one of the few spots that would allow us to throw the party and not have a dress code. And that was a big thing for me. Like I'm in a tank top and a hat right now. If I could wear this every day, I would.
Right.
So I want people to be able to go out like that. And the first party we threw at Vinyl was last May with Lizzie Curious. And it's like, it was really funny because I looked to my left and there was a group of like 5 beautiful girls in stilettos and short dresses. And then I looked to my right and there's a girl at the bar in a hot dog costume. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Just come however you want.
Yeah.
That's it. You just, if you want to dress up as a hot dog, dress up as a hot dog.
Perfect.
You want to wear stilettos and a dress, where it's total free for all, just like all good vibes, good music, good people.
And now you dress up in these crazy costumes too. So is that kind of how you inspired people to show up as dressed as hot dogs? Like what, how did that happen? Like, it's not always Halloween. Like,
I don't know. I kind of, like I said, I kind of try to push it like to be the way I feel. Like, I feel like sometimes, after a couple tequilas, maybe I want to put on my sparkly jacket, or maybe I want to dress as Elvis, whatever it is. And however I feel, that's what I wear. And I wanted, people to kind of feel the same way, that they could kind of just come to our party and within reason, do whatever they want.
yeah.
That's cool, man. And you kind of were giving off like, and I believe that you will get there, but that El Row type vibe where it's just, if you're going to an El Row party, you just know it's like dope music, dope entertainment, the stimulating experiences over the top, and you just know what you get with that. And I think you're well on your way there, because we've all heard of We're Never Going Home, the brand, and we're super excited to have you on to just chat it up, man. That's freaking awesome.
Man. I'm excited to be here.
And we're looking forward to supporting whatever you guys have coming up, because the season coming up in the summertime,